Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about angled dovetails. A friend of mine named Robert, you may have seen him in the past. He's coming over in a few minutes to show us how to do an angled dovetail. Now, I've done angled dovetails in the past, however, I don't do them every day. Robert has been building turkey call stands for another gentleman, and he has devised a little stand that sets the turkey call back at an angle and displays it nicely. And he's gotten used to doing angled dovetails, so he's going to show us how he does them. They're strong, beautiful in appearance, and just a lot of fun to do. If you've done regular dovetails, angled dovetails are not really that much harder, just a little tweaking, and I think you'll find it interesting. So let's join Robert when he gets here in a few minutes, and we'll learn a little bit about angled dovetails. Hey, Robert, thanks for stopping by to show us how to do angled dovetails. So I guess this starts at the table saw, correct?
Yes, it does. First thing we need to do, I've roughed all the material and thicknessed it. And now I've got to cut the two pieces that are going to make up the angled dovetail we're going to do. These dovetails happen to be for a stand, and they're at 15 degrees, so we'll be cutting those so that we can get ready to lay out the dovetails and cut them.
Sounds good.
Before I cut the angles, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this to width.
$15 degrees.
15 degrees, hold on.
So is that just to make sure that you're at 15 degrees?
Yeah, it matches up with.
Yeah. So you're flipping it so you can keep the grain running the same even though you don't see it.
Right. I don't know if it's important, but to me it is.
Just good practice, right?
Yeah.
And there we go, and the joint will be made right there. Now, I see a little gap there on the right side.
Oh, I didn't cut all the way.
Okay. So,
What I did,
yeah,
I
you
got
tried
it
just
the
to
corner,
skim
I
it and you
get
didn't.
it here, 'cause
Yeah.
that end wasn't squared.
Right. I could see a little gap, so I knew that something was wrong.
I would clean that up with a hand plane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except I didn't bring it.
Oh, yeah. Now it's looking good.
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
So.
And there you go. So you got your outside matching, even though it's really not that important.
Right. There we go.
Yep.
Okay.
So Robert, this is the finished stand. You got your dovetails, you got your angle, and this is
that's the striker.
Striker. And then the round part goes in here.
Yeah, the turkey call sits here. This is the striker.
Mm-hmm.
And I just make a strip like this and cut them off and drill a hole in them for the striker.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So.
Okay. Do you want to show us some of those things that you brought and explain them? And maybe your jig there, we'll see it. But.
Yeah. I have cut these in the past just by hand, and it seems like I always had to tweak them a little because laying them out with tools that are square against angles, always stuff seems to be off just a tiny bit. So the last time I made these, I made pieces that sit in the angles with the angles I want, and that lets me cut right to the line and everything just goes together. So these are just for laying out the sides of the dovetails. That's to go across so that I'm not laying a square across an angle. So it just lets me crack right
we'll see you using them.
And you'll see me using them because we're getting ready to lay these out now.
Okay.
And we're going to start with the tails because I'm a tail first kind of a dovetailer.
There you go.
And we're about to get there. So the tails are 1.5 inches wide, and so I'm going to come in on the outside. I'm going to just leave a 1/4 inch, and that way everything works out even on this. It's a 6.5 inch wide blank. So I'll go 1 inch. I'll go another 1/4. I'll go another inch. Another 1/4. And I lay it out from both sides. And if there's any little bit of discrepancy on this width, it's absorbed in the center dovetail. You won't see it. And now you can see how this works to do this square. Like I say, I always found it awkward to reach with a square on doing that. And as long as the tails are nice and close, I don't care because I'm going to cut the pins to match the tails. That's where I have to be really precise on this layout. Here, pencil lines are close enough. And because I don't do dovetails all the time, I really take the time and mark.
It's just good practice.
What's going to get removed.
Mess it up.
Yeah, and I've messed up my share.
We all have.
So
I don't care how good you are, you can lose concentration.
Okay, and again, I've set the angles. This is a 9-degree angle here, and I put a 15-degree angle on here so that it sits flat when I do my layout. And actually, oops. And I have 2 of them because there's a left and a right.
That's right. Now you can do it without that. That just makes it quicker because you've been doing these, and it's just a jig.
I have done them in the past. I brought one. I brought a dovetail jig, just a regular, and the 9 degrees works out as a 1 and 7, and you can do them with this. Okay, but I just when I get ready to do this side, there's
It's a little wonky, isn't
it's
it?
a little wonky. It just, it's painful. And so I just match the angles up and everything sits nice when I do it.
Awesome.
So, and I'm going to mark both sides just because I don't need to, but I want to cut the angle with a knife. I want to cut the end of the dovetail with the knife, and I don't want to cut all the way across. Some people do. I've done it. There's nothing wrong with it, but I just like it better if I don't have a knife edge all the way across the piece.
Yeah.
And I do this in the vise because one thing I wasn't clever enough to do is to make this as thin as my piece. My magnifier.
I love my magnifier. That's one of the tools I have that I would never do without.
Yeah.
Especially as you get a little older.
Yeah, and they come with a light. They just make life a lot easier. So, let's mark these. The other thing is I can see the pencil line on there. Makes it easy to line this edge up.
Mm-hmm.
Tail, 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 tail. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
That makes that easier. Now, turn around and do the back side so I'll have a place. I'll know where I'm cutting with the knife when I do it.
You know, Robert, I did a video on these Ryobi bench lights.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sure there were some people that thought I was just, trying to sell the lights or whatever. But let me tell you what, I use these bench lights all the time. They're worth their weight in gold.
I do the same. I watched your video as well as getting the lesson firsthand, and they're well worth it. You can't have enough light in your shop.
No, especially as we age, your eyes just need that light. Even if you have good eyesight, your eyes still need that light.
I'm about to do the wrong one. There, I almost did the wrong one again.
Well, I probably should leave you alone and let you
concentrate.
concentrate.
No, it's not. I was not seeing well. There we go. I got it. When I cut these, I'm deliberately going to leave things a little proud so I can blend them in when I get done, when I assemble it. That's pretty common on dovetails, but I think it's especially important on these.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. And the way I accomplish that is I just put it on the piece and draw a line.
Okay.
Okay. Now, for the other side, I'll just do the reverse of it. And I'll make sure when I cut that I get rid of that line at a minimum. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and take a knife. First, I'm going to mark where my cuts are.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I get caught. I mark one side and say, well, I'll do the other one. And then I put the mark, I cut the line in the wrong spot.
Again, when you get going, sometimes you lose focus, and it's just nice, if nothing else, it's reassurance that you know you're heading in the right direction when you're cutting and getting it done.
Okay, so before I take the saw to it, I'm going to go ahead and strike the end lines with a knife.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to focus on this back edge here as my reference, because that one was taken as the piece sits, as it truly sits, not turning this around and bringing it to the front. And then I'll extend the angle around with a protractor.
Okay. And I actually like the way you're doing this because, and I've done a video on this before too, I hate that baseline because it always shows up in the dovetails afterward.
It does.
And
it detracts from them.
To me, it's unsightly. You know, I got some pushback on it on the video, but, you know, I always refer back to where I built a cedar chest for a lady, and I hand dovetailed the whole carcass, all four corners, all the way down, like 20 inches. And she looked at it, she goes, oh, it's beautiful and everything. She goes, but what's that scratch all the way down? And of course, it's, you know, kind of ignorance on her part, and I explained it to her, but it always left this thing in the pit of my stomach that I just couldn't deal with anymore, you know. So I just changed the way I did things.
Okay. Now, this is made like the ones you buy. I don't. Is it on now?
It's down.
This is
facing toward here.
okay. And I've just got some sandpaper on it to help hold it in place, and magnets under some UHMW tape. Okay. The tricky part was figuring out how to cut these angles to make them all come out. And
yeah, so you're taking a lot of the guesswork out of it.
Yes. And so I'm going to just cut right at the edge of the line there, and I want to see, I got lucky on this when I made this thing. I just cut to the backing on the saw.
Oh.
For my depth.
That's pretty fortuitous right there.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it and make sure. There we go.
It's perfect.
So that was an accident. That I got
One
that
of those
gauge
happy
exactly right.
accidents.
When I cut this one today, I was sitting there. All I have to do is make sure I always keep these the same thickness.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And the finished one we showed with birch. This is going to be out of cherry. This one was birch.
Yes. And I'm just checking here to be real careful that I have this. I'm cutting the right one.
Yeah, exactly.
So. And there we go.
And they're all cut.
They're all cut. Take it out and look. I am right to my knife edge all the way.
Yeah.
I couldn't have done that by eye.
Yeah. As easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe the tiniest bit passed right there, but you'll never see that when we're done.
No, that'll show it's hand cut.
Yeah. I've already preset this so that there is an angle on the blade in here. This is one of the new concepts, fret saws, and I didn't get anything for this. I paid full dollar for it, so they're not paying me to promote their product, but let me tell you, it's a wonderful tool. It's so much nicer than any other fret saw I've ever used. It's night and day. So, and especially here where I have to work everything at an angle, it's super nice.
Robert.
Yes, sir.
You just cut the tail.
I just cut the tail. I just did. See, I just cut the wrong piece off. That's okay. What we'll do, actually, got some glue. We'll glue this back.
Yeah.
I can, we'll hide it. Why didn't you tell me before I started?
You know, it just dawned on me, you know, toward the outset. Oh, no.
Give me a little sandpaper.
A little sandpaper?
Yeah.
You want glue?
Yeah, I'm going to want glue, but I want to get, well, maybe I'll leave that on for now. I can glue this back because this stuff is proud. We're never going to know.
Okay.
Okay. I think I can hide that. If not, I'll cut another piece from there. I'll replace this piece.
Well, this just proves how easy it is.
Well, we know that.
To
This
make a
isn't
mistake.
the first time I've cut a tail.
Well, I mean, if you want to be honest and true, we could leave this in the video and show that you can actually
Repair it?
You can repair it. It's, I mean, it's wood, right? It
is. And
I'm sure people watching the video are going, "Oh no, don't do it, Robert! Don't do it!" It's easy to see when you're sitting in your chair watching a video.
oh yeah. Well,
Yeah. You want a piece of tape to hold that down?
I do.
Okay.
That's exactly what I want.
I'll give you a piece of tape here. I think you can salvage it.
I'm sure I can.
I think we should leave this as a teaching moment.
Oh, why not? I never claimed I was perfect and never made mistakes anyway.
None of us are.
So, Well, while that dries, we'll go ahead and cut these
However,
others. What am I
now
doing
you're
wrong?
cut on the wrong side of the line.
Doesn't
so
matter
you'll have
because
to
this
adjust.
is the tail.
That's the tail, right? Yeah.
I mean, I will lay the pins out to this.
Right.
So it doesn't
So
matter.
it would be all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to leave that one. I don't want to work here while that's drying. Okay. I'm on the X.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. You go through all this and you put the X on and you still, it still happens.
Yeah. I'll tell you.
Just like,
And the sad thing is, it's not the first time.
like giving my 45, I want to shoot myself.
I was thinking,
well, hey, the new concept saw did a nice job of cutting it.
it did.
How? The only question will be is you got, when you glue the tail back on, you've got an end grain to end grain joint, but I think once you glue it all together, it's going to act as a unit, and it's not going to stand alone.
Yeah,
I think
it's not a standalone.
It'll be
That's
plenty
the
of
thing.
strong. Yeah, it'll be all right.
There's no on this piece. There's no strength required.
Right.
It's holding.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a stand.
4-ounce puck.
Right. Yeah.
So,
exactly. You're right. Right.
Okay. I made this because I don't want to shove those angles up against a 90-degree corner and be banging on them. Mm-hmm. And it just gives me
Seats it nice.
a place to hold this that I can work and not worry
about your
that.
bench too.
And I don't need to worry about the bench, and it just makes it easier.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, Mark, my sense of level has been off. I'll swear this table is this way.
Oh, it could be. I don't know.
No, I don't think that it is.
You want it there?
That's fine. That'll work.
You know, when I bought this Veritas hold down, these things were like $100. But boy, is that nice. I mean, it just works so good.
I got real close to this one. I'm going to go ahead and hit that line first. I don't want a lot. Don't want to bruise the back of this, but I wanted it a little deeper. I scribed that real lightly.
That's the inside too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
All right, now you have me wondering about my bench.
It's not. I'm sure it's my... I'm sure it's me.
All right, Robert, I got my Fat Max level out. It is 100% level.
I was sure it was. I told you it was me.
I thought you were just making excuses.
No. No, because there was something the other day, too, that I felt the same thought. It seemed like it was out of level, and it wasn't, and I knew it wasn't. But it sure looked it to me.
And if this was a hot Florida day, that glue would be dry in about 10 minutes, but we are actually having a cold snap. It's about, well, let's see, in here it's 69 degrees.
And again, this is a two-sided piece, so it takes two of them.
Yeah, that little angle just increases a little bit of difficulty, but it's not difficult, it just
No, it's just
makes you work a
persnickety.
little harder.
This is all stuff you can do, even if you're doing them straight, dovetails. If you have trouble with that, make yourself a little guide for the chisel.
Yeah.
Don't fight it.
Woodworkers love jigs.
Almost as much as machinists.
Yeah, which you were.
These need to be as accurate as I can get them, so I do them with a knife, not a pencil. I'm going through and doing all one side, just so I don't have to flip things around.
Robert, you going to mark them out again? You're going to put the X's on?
I'm going to put the X's on, even though I don't always follow them.
Oh, couldn't help that one, huh?
I know.
Believe me, I'm laughing at myself as much as anything, because I've done it.
Here's where this one comes in handy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and these really are just for a reference. What I'm going to be working off of is these top lines that I scribed, or that I cut. This is just to give me a visual cue as I'm sawing if I need it. Okay, those I don't know exactly where they go, but again, I can eyeball that close enough. And this one, to mark the depth. We can do pretty much the same thing. And again, I'm going to cut this so that they're just a little proud.
I don't know about you, but I use frog tape. I love frog tape.
I
And they've
like-
come out with a new one. And they gave me some samples of this stuff. It's called T-Rex.
1 second.
Stretchy flex to fit. And this guy had a bucket of water, and he took this tape and he put it down in there, and it stuck.
Oh,
Yeah, and he had a hole. He told me he had a hole in the bucket, and he had fixed it with this, and it was sitting there for 2 days.
it didn't leak.
It didn't leak. And he was showing me how you got a knife there. Cut that piece of tape there.
Here?
Mm-hmm. Okay. He was showing me how it stretches. Look at this.
Yeah. And you need to stretch it when you use it, don't
Yeah.
you? That's
And you know what I was thinking? I'm going to that veneering class with Tom McLaughlin,
Yeah.
and I wonder if this would work as a veneer tape. You know, when you stretch tape and you put it down,
I don't know.
you know?
That's interesting. An interesting concept.
Yeah, that's just something I had in mind. But I mean, I can think of a lot of things to do with it. It's look how it's sticking. I'm pulling on it pretty good. Anyway, it's something I'm going to play with.
Yeah.
See.
Sounds like it was worth going just for...
Oh yeah, you get a lot of good swag when you go. You know, it only comes once a year. And
It's not coming again, is it?
and Orlando, this is the last year. Well, the International Builder Show went back and forth from Las Vegas to Orlando
Right.
every year. And
And I
there
heard,
are only 2 venues that are big enough to hold the show.
and yeah,
Yeah.
I heard that they're not coming back to Orlando though.
No, and I don't know why, but I'm thinking maybe even Orlando's not
I'm
big
thinking
enough
Orlando
now.
might
you know?
not be big
And at
enough.
first I thought, well,
Yeah.
Las Vegas has a lot of other entertainment and all. Maybe they just want it for that. But then Orlando, I mean, if you want to bring your family, you've got Disney World and all the other ones, you know. So you've got a lot to do.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that. I mean that you cannot see that show, and it's 3 days, and if you talk to people for any length of time about products and stuff,
Yeah.
you will not see the show in 3 days.
Look at that square over there.
But it's a lot of fun. You get to see a lot of the new products and stuff.
Just for this.
Oh, there you go. Anyway, new stretchy tape.
Awesome.
At first I thought it was that hurricane tape, but that's not what it is. And this is white. They also have a clear, and I have one that's clear as well. So,
Okay.
which would be nice too if you're doing like inlay and you wanna be able to see through it. And you wanna
Yes.
put tape over it,
Yes.
but be able to see.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to playing with it and seeing what I can get out of it. And I've got the reps card, and I told them I would give them feedback.
Well, that's good. Okay. Now. See if we can cut to the right side of the line. And this one also should cut full depth there.
vibration could be lowering the vise, but then you can't go too far with the
Yeah, I could
jig.
drop it a little. Let's see what that is. It's also, this stuff cuts different one direction than the other.
It does, yeah.
That's something that's something I don't understand about wood, but you know, this cutting this way, it shouldn't make any difference, but it does. Everybody's seen the
Everybody's
chisel part.
seen this part. With
Yeah.
Yeah, so. All right, we'll get back with you when he's through.
Yeah, we're going to
chiseling.
fast forward past the chisel.
Because you don't want to put too much pressure on that one glue joint right now, you want to let it sit overnight. You're not going to put it together, but we wanted to see if it was all lining up right, and it is.
And everything is looking good.
Really good. So
here, you can see where it's going to go.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's right on the money, you know, so you can see. So you let that sit overnight, and then you can finish chopping that off, and then you can, I mean, there's no sense in taking a chance until you're ready to glue it, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
But you have another one over here that you brought that's done. So we can show you how it goes together. You need a soft mallet.
Yeah, I will.
It would help a little bit, right?
Okay, so really, once you get it all fit, maintain your angle, watch your side.
You want a block, or are you going to do it like that?
I'll use the soft. And just gently work your way back and forth. I'll want the block in a minute to seat it. I'll look pretty close. And there we are.
There we go.
That's the front. This is the show
you just
side.
need to plane that off.
And these are all proud, which was deliberate.
Right.
We'll come in with a hand plane them down, sand it. She's ready to finish. Actually, before I assemble it all, finish all the pieces that go on it.
Yeah.
To do the final assembly.
Robert, looks great. Thank you for coming by and sharing that with us.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for providing this nice environment to work in and all the light.
Oh. And all the light, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
Makes a huge difference.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey.
All right, so that's the angled dovetail. I hope you got something out of it. It's pretty interesting. Lots of fun to do. And maybe it just kind of tweak something in you that you might want to get your saw out and just give it a try. All right, until the next one, you guys take care. Bye-bye.